Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your host on your favorite website to learn how to play guitar, mandolin, and banjo. I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I love making these Christmas arrangements. We've got a really special one today. It's this guitar and mandolin duet, and it's a fingerstyle guitar in drop D tuning. I love it because you can use it to even to play two guitars. You can take turns with the solos, or you can grab a mandolin picker if you can find one, and have them learn it, and it's just a really, really pretty version, or you can just do it as a solo piece. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube or maybe on Facebook, here in a moment I'll ask you to go over to the website where you can become a Gold Pick member, and let me tell you what all that gets you. It gives you access to hundreds of videos. I do them like this each and every week, so you can watch those as well as download all the tabs for all three instruments. And I've got a two-page PDF and TIFF file here exactly as I played it, not only the solos, but the backup to the mandolin part as well. And then I've got some MP3 tracks that you can download and practice along with, or maybe use as accompaniment at a Christmas performance near you. Okay, let's dive into this first measure of Away in the Manger. Let's learn this first solo to Away in the Manger, fingerstyle guitar, and we're in drop D tuning, which means we take our low E string, we tune it down a whole step to a D note instead of an E note, and it matches, it's an octave below our D string. I love that drop D tuning. Okay, and we're going to learn the first solo, then the next video segment on the site we'll learn the second one, which is a little more difficult, and then we have another video segment where we'll learn how to do the fingerstyle backup for mandolin. Now as we throw the tab up there, you'll notice that I have right hand fingerings beneath each one of the notes in those little circles. Okay, those are subjective, they're suggested, and you can try them, or if you have better ones for you, then go right ahead. I just use my first three fingers like I'm playing the banjo. You may want to use your ring finger, but the T would stand for thumb, 1 would stand for index, and 2 would stand for middle. Now, what really helps you play this is to learn the chord positions that we're in. Then we're just going to be working out of these very basic chord positions, and the very first one that we get into is just a partial D position. So it's a partial D chord, but we're playing it with different fingers than we normally would. We're going to play our second fret of our G string with our index finger, and then our third fret of the B string with our middle finger. We're going to stay in that position a whole lot. We're going to do all kinds of slides out of it and pull-offs and use our ring finger around. But measure 1 and most of measure 2 is just an intro to get into the melody. Let me just play it for you. And And one thing that I want to mention right here off the bat is we have a lot of notes happening. So we want to accentuate and make our melody notes louder so that they stand out. Now our first melody note's not until the next to last note in measure 2, that second fret. So that's the one we're really going to start bringing out. Measure 2. And so as we go through the song, we want to pay attention to what our melody is doing. Now we've got really just two main different kinds of notes here. We've got eighth notes and we have 16th notes. Now you could tell what the eighth notes are because they're connected together with a single bar beneath them. But we've got these 16th notes too, that like in measure 2, that have 2 bars connecting them. That just means they go twice as fast as the rest. You can hear that in measure 2, listen. Okay, so we play those twice as fast, and we're going to have some slides that are 16th note slides and 8th note slides. As we get into measure 3, we're into the melody of the song. We've still got this basic chord position, but then we're going to lift our index finger to get that melody note on the G string and land on the 4th fret of the D string with our ring finger, which is a melody note. So measure 3 sounds like this. I'm really trying to accent that maybe more than I would if I was playing it. Measure 4, we're going to pinch both of those, and then we're going to do a 16th note slide. So this is a fast slide with our ring finger from 4 to 2. Okay, so measure 4, listen. At that point, measure 5, we're going to jump up to a G position. Okay, we're just going to grab our G note on the lowest string with our ring finger. That's on the 5th fret. Okay, and then do a roll. And then with our middle finger, we're going to do an 8th note slide. So this slides a little slower from 4 to 2. Just follow the melody. Okay, so let's just play measures 1 through 5 very slowly, just so you can hear it. Cool, it's really, really pretty, a lot of fun to play. As we get into measure 6, I want you to go back to this D position, but our melody note's down here on the A string, but I also want to play that low D note to give us that bass sound. So I'm going to brush through both of them. I've got a little B there, that's what that means. So I'm going to turn my thumb maybe a little sideways and come through both of the notes. Now when we get to measure 7, we're going to go to an A position, but I want you to just do a bar. I want you to grab your index finger and place it over the 2nd fret of the middle 3 strings there. Then we'll have to come off for a little hammer on at the end of measure 7. Then go right back to it for measure 8. So you hear our melody there. Now as we get to measure 9, we've got some pinches here. We're going to do 2nd fret of the A string and the open G string together. And then we're going to do open A string and 4th fret of the D string. And I'm going to brush that with my thumb. And then I'm going to bar again on the 2nd fret to get those notes. And then we're going to go back to this partial D shape with our ring finger down. Let's just play measures 6 through 10 slowly. Good. Now remember, on the website I have another video where I play the whole thing through much, much slower than that. So if that's too fast for you, no big deal. As we get into measure 11.